Be positive. Positive attracts positive. And then more and more people are positive, and it just leads to a better experience. Thanks.
Hey Colts, this is Mr. Clampett. I just wanted to talk to you about being positive. One of the things I try and stress to students is choosing your attitude. So I'm choosing to have a be positive attitude and think about the positive things in people. What I'd like you to do this month is maybe think of some friends of yours that you're grateful for, and maybe write them a note. Talk to them about the things that you like about them, what you appreciate about them, and maybe send a note to them with those things. So be positive, choose your attitude.
Hi Colts, this month we're talking about being positive and what effects it has. Let's look at two students. Here's Andrew. He has a negative attitude towards math and continues to be frustrated.
What's 9 plus 10? Do it!
Over here is Jesse. Jesse loves a challenge and brings a positive outlook to his math homework. Check out what he can do in math.
You're so cute.
And if math doesn't make you happy, try Dance Me before you start your homework. That'll make you positive.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I think it is so important to be positive because when you're positive, it affects everybody around you. If you're in good humor and you have something good to say, say it. If you're thinking positive, it'll come out in every gesture, your smile, the way you talk to people. I say let's just all try it. It works. It's better than the other, not being positive. Over and out.
Hey Colts, why should we be positive? You know, a long time ago I heard a phrase that says your attitude determines your altitude. And it makes me think of a story. How many of you have heard the story of the little engine that could? You know, that book was written about 100 years ago to teach children the importance of thinking positive. If you're not familiar with the story, the little engine is asked to pull a train up a huge mountain that normally only big engines can get over. But the little engine puts his mind to it and he keeps saying, I think I can, I think I can. And what happens? He gets the train over the mountain. So you know, sometimes in life, we all have big mountains we have to get over. Maybe it's a project we have to get done for a class. Maybe it's getting caught up on our assignments. Maybe it's that test coming up in a subject that we're not very good at. Maybe it's a conflict with someone. Maybe it's making a sports team or making a gymnastics team. No matter how old you are, we all have mountains that we need to get over. So why be positive? Because your attitude determines your altitude. And if we could all just remember to be positive, imagine the amazing things that we could do. So Colts, be positive, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Hi River Heights Colts, it's Michelle in ACP, and I just want to tell you why it's important to stay positive. Keeps you healthy, keeps you happy, and keeps you out of ACP. So stay happy, but don't make jokes in class.
Here's a look at this day in history. November 20th.
On this day in 1947, Princess Elizabeth of England married Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten, the former Prince of Greece and Denmark. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy lifted a month-long naval blockade against Cuba, effectively ending the Cuban Missile Crisis. And on this day in 1945, high-ranking Nazi officials went on trial in Nuremberg, Germany. Up to this point, no military leaders had ever answered for their actions during wartime. In this first trial, 22 officials were indicted on 4 counts, most notably crimes against humanity. And that's this day in history.
I like being positive.